What's going on, guys? I am Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be jumping into the Tale of Super Warriors Dragon Ball Z edition, new story event. Looks like this is going to be the story event that eventually the new free-to-play Kid Trunks will be added to later in part 2. So for now, it is just going to be a little bit of a farm for us to get a couple of stones, a couple of basic resources, and then it looks like there's going to be some little scenarios going through the story of Dragon Ball Z. So we'll make sure we got our scenario on here. And then there also is a mission to make sure that we clear it with at least one Earthbred Fighter category character. So we have got a full Earthbred Fighter set up here because Earthbred Fighters is also the effect boost for this category or for this stage. So because we are going to be looking at all of Dragon Ball Z, I went ahead and built a team that is full of a bunch of units from all of the different Dragon Ball Z sagas. So we've got some Saiyan Saga representation, some Buu Saga representation, some Android Cell Saga representation, and some Namek Saga representation here. So yeah, we've got a full fun little team there, and then obviously we have our support memory for the maximum, support boost that we can get out of this stage. All right, so we've got some fun little tidbits to read through here. So sparked by a chance meeting, the tale of the 7 mystical Dragon Balls continued yet again. Earth was at peace until one day Raditz, a Saiyan claiming to be Goku's brother, appeared. Raditz's strength was overwhelming and Goku was powerless to resist, which led to his son Gohan being taken. Yes, the tragic moment where Kid Gohan is just absolutely stolen away from Goku. The first sign of him being a horrible father, right at the beginning of the series, we should have known this whole time. Piccolo just absolutely being, father of the year in support of everything going on. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, great. So Piccolo begrudgingly pairing up with Goku, and they're going to go on ahead and try and fight Raditz here. So let's go ahead and see how the fight goes. Who do we think's gonna win, guys? Who do we think's gonna be taken down here? Is Goku gonna be victorious with Piccolo, or are we gonna see Raditz taking the victory here? Oh, great! And now he's revealing to him that he is his older brother. Love that. A little bit of family trauma bonding. All right. I suppose I should have attacked with the new Vegito. That probably would have been smart. Just to see a really cool super attack animation all of a sudden, That's right. I'm sure he's going to show up again. We got 5 stages to get through, so maybe we'll get to use one of his attacks in the other stage. I imagine that's the new, de facto friend lead that everybody's going to be seeing all the time now. Alright, Goku joined forces with Piccolo, but against Raditz's overwhelming might, it was an uphill battle. But sensing his father's peril, the captive Gohan erupts in a devastating ball of fury. Alright, awesome. Now we've got Kid Gohan coming out with a 1307 power level. That is quite big. That's bigger than you or me, that's for sure. Alright, the power of Gohan's wrath along with Piccolo's new secret move and Goku's self-sacrifice finally defeated Raditz, but this victory was merely the prelude to a fierce battle that would unfold across the universe. Okay, great. I wonder who they're referring to. Somebody else might be on the way. Let's see who we're going to be fighting in stage 2 here. Okay, perfect. We got our mission completed for the Earthbred Fighter character. Let's go ahead and accept that real quick, and then we'll jump into stage 2 here. All right, but yeah, this guy's looking like he's gonna be one of the de facto default leaders, just because his leader skill is so wide ranged, right? Okay. So utterly overpowered by the Saiyan threat, Earth heroes continue to fall one after the other. Goku's anger ignited at the loss of his friends, and he set forth for his showdown with Prince Vegeta. Okay, so we skipped a little bit of time here, obviously. Now we're at the final bout where Goku is going to be fighting against Vegeta. Very, very exciting. Obviously, this is one of the most iconic moments in the series, where the two of them, yep, there's the poses. The most iconic poses in all of Dragon Ball history, if you ask me. Yes, very, very iconic fight indeed. All right, well, let's go ahead and jump in and kick Vegeta's butt real quick. How about that? Okay, we didn't get the new Tech Vegito on rotation this time. Watch, and for the rest of this event, we're not going to get him on turn 1. We're not going to be able to use his his super attack animation. It'll happen. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that guy is looking like a pretty strong, like, friend lead, which I'm happy about because that means that the blue boys aren't just going to be sitting there as the friend lead all the time. You know, back on back-to-back runs for every single thing now. We finally just get a little bit of a change up from that. Yes, okay. Vegeta being cocky as all get out makes sense. The Saiyan Prince's power proved all imagining. Refusing to back down, Goku countered with Kaioken and Spirit Bomb techniques learned from King Kai. His last-ditch effort barely managed to fight off Vegeta. However, the root of evil had not been eradicated for good. Which is very, very true. As we know, there's yet another enemy that Goku's going to have to face coming up here soon. I imagine it's going to jump us straight to the Namek Saga here. Okay, perfect. Wait, this is actually... Oh, wow. This is for a Dokkan event. Yeah. That's a weird support item for them to be giving us. It's just one of the ones that buffs a... It basically, like, weakens the enemy in a Dokkan event. It's kind of like the... I don't remember which specific Dokkan event that is, if that's, like, the Namek Super Saiyan Goku one. Are they going to be giving us... Is that, like, the theme here? There is no theme, because the frog item is just a like tech orb changing item, and then this scouter thing is just a random. It's so random. That was okay. So I was kind of ranting about this a little bit in the last part when we went over the first one of these story events. This is now the second one that I'm doing, but it's just random. The items that they've chosen to give us here, they're very hand selected, I'll say. Okay, so in search of the lost Dragon Balls, our heroes arrive on the planet Namek, only to encounter a new enemy, Frieza. Bent on claiming the Dragon Balls, Frieza summoned the Ginyu Force. Okay, wonderful stuff, yes. There they all are, the boys, squadding up, love to see that. Okay, faced with the threat of unprecedented proportions, Krillin and company teamed up with Vegeta temporarily, but they soon found themselves outmatched by the ropes, on the ropes against the Ginyu Force. Just when it seemed like it was all over, Goku finally arrived on planet Namek after getting a late start. Great. Yeah, this is a story if I've ever heard one. I've actually been rewatching some of Dragon Ball. I was actually watching some Z, and it took me like a while to get through the Namek Saga. I just finished it though. But yeah, oh my goodness, I was swiftly reminded just how long that saga is. And I think that a lot of the flack that Dragon Ball gets in general as a franchise for having like a very, very long anime is mainly because of the Frieza fight. I think is just, it has kind of put a stain on the series in a lot of people's minds who aren't like huge Dragon Ball fans, that don't know the content super well. They just have this idea that it's like a super slow paced show where there's barely any, you know, new content that happens each episode. And that is purely the Namek Saga's to blame for that, because a lot of the rest of the series isn't like that, right? And I think a lot of the reason why it gets a bad rep too, as far as being long, is just because there's so many different side series. You know, as we are going through with all these story events, we know it's not just Z, but then it's also GT and Super and the original Dragon Ball, and then all of that culminated together with the countless movies that have come out, are just making it seem like it's this overblown, like a lot to take in. But yeah, the Namek Saga really could be shortened by so much. It could be 30 episodes shorter. That fight is ridiculous. It's like 70 episodes long. It's insane. Okay, but now we are finished with it. Look at, hey, yeah, we beat Frieza. Awesome. Oh, I'm sorry. Not Frieza, but we did beat Raccoon here. We're working on the Ginyu Force members. Interesting that we haven't yet gotten through all the way through. I thought that we were just going to be doing, like, because this is just the Z event, I thought we would just be going one stage per saga, but I guess we're going to be going a little bit slower here, which does make sense ultimately, because they are leading us to the story that is going to be the introduction of Goten and Trunks in part 2, right, for the next part of this. So we're not going to be getting to the Buu saga quite yet, it seems like. Okay, yeah, makes sense. So that was face off with the Ginyu Force, and then next up here we've got the final battle on Planet Namek. So now we're going to be beating Frieza. Oh, there we go. We got the new Goku again. Okay, cool. All right, so the battle between Goku and Frieza had finally begun. Goku unleashed his ultimate spirit bomb, but Frieza, in a fit of rage after having suffered unexpected damage, blew Krillin to pieces. Ah, yes. Why did they need to... Okay, hold on. Why did they need to include this? They didn't show any other, like, character deaths or anything, and then they just include... By the way, you remember when Krillin died? That's all they were doing there. You remember when Krillin died? But I guess that was one of the, okay, fair enough. It is a relevant point that he died simply because of what they're bringing up here, right? Seething with the rage at the death of his best friend Krillin, Goku finally transformed into a legendary fighter, the Super Saiyan. Meanwhile, Frieza countered Goku's transformation by unleashing his full power. Boom, full power Frieza, awesome. Well, we're getting right into the meat and potatoes of this. Ooh, and I really like this too, because would you look at who's gonna take down... full power Frieza here. Isn't that convenient? Look who we've got loaded up in slot 1, ready to go for him. If it isn't, none other than the man himself, the GOATs. Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Or Super Saiyan Goku. Why am I saying... Super Saiyan Goku, not Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Sorry, there's been way too much Majin Buu Saga content over the past couple of months. You can tell. My brain is perma-locked into it at this point. All right. Well, okay, and yeah, so okay, ignore it's Super Saiyan Goku, guys. It's Super Saiyan Goku, okay? He didn't go 3 there. Don't worry about it. It's still canon. It's still canon content. All right, as Frieza's power began to dwindle after fighting Goku at full power, Goku decided to put an end to their battle. But even then, Frieza was stubbornly determined to strike Goku with one final desperate attack. I am the strongest in the universe, and that is why I'm going to destroy you. Yes, wonderful. Goku's not going to be having any of that. Love it. They put the worldwide download celebration LR animation or arts in there. And Goku is the victor. We love to see it. All right. Definitely been seeing some increased load times since the start of the anniversary, but not as bad as I was expecting. So that is good news overall, I would say. All right, let's go ahead and jump into, it looks like we're going to be moving on to the Android Cell Saga in some of this conversation. Is this the last stage? Yeah, just 5 stages here. Okay, so the second Super Saiyan. So it looks like we're going to see Vegeta get his Super Saiyan transformation here. And that will be concluding this little bit of the arc. Oh, okay, here we go. So... revived and mechanized, Frieza, along with his father King Cold, launched an attack on Earth in Goku's absence. Just when it seemed like all hope was lost, a mysterious youth appeared, barring Frieza's way. All right, great. This is the part where Trunks comes back from the future, and he's going to absolutely slice and dice Mecha Frieza and King Cold to bits. Yeah, how about this? I'm going to call this enough talk. Oh, this is not moving on to the Android Cell Saga where the second Super Saiyan is Trunks. Wow, I'm behind. Oh my goodness, I am an L Dragon Ball fan. A big L, I'm holding my L. Holy moly. After I just got, well, to be fair, I did mention that I just got finished watching the Namek Saga again, so this is kind of right where I'm at in the series. So I would have been able to call this had I had one more sit-down session watch, because this is literally what's about to happen next when I watch Dragon Ball again next. So, but you know, the 10th anniversary has swiftly interrupted that, because now I have no free time to be sitting watching anime, right? Because I am just constantly overloaded with all of this new content, making a million videos, not only on completing all of the new content, but a ton of guide videos on top of that. I already did 3 hours worth of summoning content that you have to look forward to if it isn't already posted on the channel by the time this video has gone live. And then I still have more summons to do, and a lot more content to record as well. So, yeah, definitely not going to be watching quite as much Dragon Ball here and there. And then, you know, the free bits that I do have, just to be, like, taking in whatever content. I'm watching a lot of other Dokkan tubers right now because it's really hype seeing everybody else's summons and seeing them use all the new units and stuff, so that I can be a little bit more well-informed when I'm making videos around the new units. I want to be watching other people's content so that I can see, really well, like how they're used and the best battle strategies and all that kind of stuff, right? Okay, so we've got Trunks absolutely slicing and dicing away on Mecha Frieza there. You love to see it. The mysterious youth who appeared before Frieza and King Cold shocked all present by transforming into a Super Saiyan before dispatching the villainous duo with the greatest of ease. Wonderful. All right. And now, obviously, this mysterious Saiyan knows Goku. Yes, okay. And he can transform into Super Saiyan, which is crazy, right? What's going on there? But it's actually Vegeta and Bulma's son from the future. Wonderful. Trunks then spoke of a shocking future. In 3 years, terrifying androids would appear, transforming the world into a living hell. All right, and that's all we've got for this one. So it looks like in the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z, we're going to be seeing Vegeta transform into Super Saiyan and then seeing the android fights go on. So that will be very, very cool. But for now, that is all we have for the Z portion of this. We're going to have to wait. It seems like, okay, we did Cell Saga and Namek Saga here. And then in the following part, it looks like we'll get through the android... we did the Saiyan Saga and the Namek Saga, and then we'll get through the Cell Saga and the Buu Saga. Will be introduced, which is how we'll get the Goten and Trunks, and then I imagine in part 3 we'll get the finish off where the Goten and Trunks will finally face off against Super Buu, and then get their like Dokkan Awakening and EZA and all of that. So good stuff for now. That is all we've got here for this very, very lackluster event as far as the beginning of it goes. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this little Dragon Ball story time. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.